Whenever the women went to the well to fetch water, they would say hurtful things to Mizgin, while the men continued to laugh at Aziz in front of others. To release the pain and frustration that had built up inside him, Aziz rode his horse to the edge of a cliff and shouted with all his strength, trying to let out everything he had kept buried in his heart. His wife silently stood beside him, watching, tears in her eyes. Whenever Aziz saw Mizgin crying, he desperately wanted to wipe away her tears with his own hands. He wanted to comfort her, but he could not form a complete sentence. So Mizgin gently held his hand and used that simple gesture to show him all the love she felt. One day, while Majir was teaching a class, Aziz saw several women in the distance pushing and humiliating Mizgin. He dragged his heavy, struggling body toward her and finally reached her side. But Mizgin could no longer endure such humiliation. She turned around and walked away, watching his wife's sorrowful figure disappear into the distance. Aziz was overwhelmed with deep guilt and regret. Ashish was fully aware of everything happening around him. Seeing his wife suffering, he felt a pain that was almost unbearable. For 30 years, he had endured the laughter and ridicule of everyone around him, but he had never allowed anyone to humiliate Ms. Guin. He had even considered ending everything, hoping to free his wife from the oppression, give her a peaceful life. Just as he was about to make that final decision, Teacher Maxwell stepped in and stopped him in time. He told Achis to write down his problems and promised that he would read them and find a way to help him. He reminded him that he could not give up on himself. Not long after, several curious villagers who had been drawn by the commotion came closer. Maxwell prevented Achis from making an irreversible mistake and pulled him back from the edge of danger. His words also helped Achis understand an important truth. Even though he could not speak, he could still express his thoughts through writing. On a dark night, Achis wrote a letter. In it, he poured out his pain and his love for Mizgu. He wrote that the villagers had mocked him for many years, simply because he was born with a disability. He had silently endured their pointing fingers and cruel whispers, never taking their words to heart. But after he married, they began spreading hurtful rumors about his wife. Those vicious words pierced his heart like knives, and he could no longer bear the pain. He thought about leaving for a distant foreign country, a place where people would not only focus on his imperfections and laugh at him,